Ora mesmo porrada, que não quer.
Varför har vi gått på mig?
Det är den största X-ingen man kan göra om det.
We're already halfway through July and we still have no new information regarding COD 2020. And actually, let me correct that statement. We have no information about COD 2020 at all. Other than the fact that it's a Treyarch game, we really have no idea what it's going to be at this point. So with all this, speculation in the community and all of this stuff going around about the game and what could be in it, I wanted to take the time to share with you guys what I think needs to be implemented into Black Ops 5 or whatever they're going to call this next game. And especially with zombies more in particular than multiplayer and campaign. Because I think that there's a lot they can do with this game in regards to zombies and how good that it can be, but I think that there is still a lot up for debate and we still don't know exactly what the game's going to look like. So I wanted to take the time to compile kind of what I'd like to see put into COD 2020 into a little video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider dropping a subscription, all that stuff like that, but let's just keep this short and go right into it. What I think the new Call of Duty really needs, and I'm going to keep it kind of starting off with the obvious ones, is the old perk system needs to come back. Now, I understood what they went for with Black Ops 4 and making it so that perks were customizable and that each game you had the ability of choosing your loadout. I understand that, and then to me, as a game developer, I'm not a game developer, but if I look at it with my eyes and my perspective at what the game developers were thinking when they made this, I understand why it was put in. You see, they wanted to eliminate clutch perks, we all know this, and to them that was a good idea, but unfortunately, by creating that system, you also create clutch perks and kind of that constant loadout that never changes. But without me going too much onto Black Ops 4, I think that bringing back the old perk system is fine and just keep it like that, because perks are something that should just be left up to the player's choice to begin with in the game, and I don't think you really need to pick them when you load in. I think it's just an unnecessary feature and something that doesn't really need to be continued on when Call of Duty Zombies in the future. But what the main thing that I want to look at is the new type of custom classes that they can implement in, because I like what they did with Black Ops 4, but I think taking a mix of Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 system and their loadouts and putting them together would be the best system. You see, if you were to implement Black Ops 3's Gobblegums and Newton's Cookbook and put it into it with the Black Ops 4 customization, I think that that would be the best of both worlds, because at least for me, I don't like using the Black Ops 4 Gobblegum equivalent. I can't even remember what they're called. I think they're elixirs. I don't like using them, and they're not as good as Gobblegums in my opinion, and that's just my personal opinion. But I think that if they can make a blend of Gobblegums, also with kind of the customization and loadouts that we had in Black Ops 4, I think that would be a very good step with the future of Call of Duty Zombies. Now, another big thing that I would really like to see them do is only launch with 2 maps. Now, that might be like controversial to some people, but hear me out. I'd like to explain my thinking on that. In my opinion, I think launching with 2 maps is the best bet for any type of zombies game. You launch with one map that is insane, your Shadows of Evil. You launch with your Transit. You launch with whatever maps that you can. Obviously not a map like Kino, but you launch with a staple map. You want something that people will remember and be happy playing for the next couple months until a DLC drops. And that's why I think what Black Ops 3 did and what Black Ops 2 did is that implementing in the system where you get 2 launch maps, where one being a very challenging new experience and the other being a remaster or something we've seen before or something completely new that is yet simple and easy for the casual player to pick up. I think that's something that needs to be specified, particularly in the next Call of Duty. I think that the casual player side of zombies and just in Call of Duty in general needs to be brought back into the game mode. I feel like bringing in a mix of the multiplayer community, the zombies community, and even the people who just play every once in a while that own it is very important, because you need to have that kind of just general hub in the community that the old games had. And Black Ops 4 didn't really have that at all because of the fact that it was so complex. In Black Ops 3 had this problem for a while too. Black Ops 3 Zombies was very complex and very kind of same with this pattern it followed with every DLC launch. But what really changed that was the remaster with Chronicles of all the Chronicle maps. You see, it brought back an influx of old players who used to love those maps but didn't like the new challenging maps with all the new features and Easter eggs, and then brought back a new audience to zombies, and that's why it boomed again after the game had been out for so long. And I feel like that is something that they need to look at when making the next Call of Duty, and I think it's something that they've learned and that we're going to see implemented into the next Call of Duty for sure. I think that that is something that's going to be really important. The Smith Plays, and actually myself including, just recently touched upon this in my last video, and he recently touched about it, I believe, in the Mob of the Dead feature, or his whatever video it was, I'm not exactly sure, but where he talked about making it so that every map has a kind of a town or a Nuketown kind of version to it, where it's a very simple, condensed version of the map. And I feel like that's something that needs to be brought back to Zombies. We kind of saw that with Green Run, where they had all the condensed versions of that map that are playable, and I feel like implementing something like that to every map, giving it a casual side and a normal version to play it, would be something very interesting. And that also leads me into the fact that I think bringing back custom games that, like what we saw in Black Ops 2 Zombies, will be something that we'll also see returning with Black Ops 5 or whatever COD 2020 will be called. Mostly just due to the fact that, again, again, I think adding variety and appealing to every type of player base is something that Treyarch is really going to look at hitting on the head properly this time with the next game. Now that's just my top basic opinions. That's kind of the more, picky, casual stuff that everyone's been talking about. But I think that's, there's still more that needs to be added to the game, that what we've seen with Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3, that they need to really kind of step it up, and especially at launch, I guess. See, it's very hard for me to talk about it in this sense, because I could go on for an hour talking about what I'd love to see in this game, but realistically, that's just me talking as a fan, and it's like writing fan fiction. It's not going to happen. The odds of even like 5 of what I just said even being implemented into this thing is not going to make a difference. So what I really want to see them do is have something new and refreshing with this game. Have a little bit of the old, have a little bit of new, and blend it together with the perfect amount of nostalgia and brand new features that will bring back the old part of the community, jumping back onto the game, while appealing to new fans of it as well, and bringing in a new genre and a new fan base and a new generation introducing to zombies, because we know that we're probably going to be getting a new storyline, so they should really try to introduce this new generation, this new storyline, this new side of zombies properly. And I think launch is going to be very important. If they have a very cluttered launch like what Black Ops 4 was, this game's not going to succeed very much. And another thing, I guess it's just more of a nitpicking thing that I want to see, I personally hated the fact, one of the biggest issues I had was that I always thought that Black Ops 3 was a better looking game than Black Ops 4, and the fact that that is even a fact, and the amount of time that passed between them making Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 is just a travesty. And the fact that that game looks as bad as it does is just something I'm really hoping that is changed with the next Call of Duty. I want it to look good, I want it to be vibrant, I don't want it to just have this boring, stale kind of, look to it that the last Call of Duty had, and I'm really looking forward to see what type of changes they make while implementing it into their new game. And there's a lot of things that we could be talking about and speculating about what to change, but I think that that's just the basics of what I'd love to see put into it, and the rest I leave up to Treyarch, because I actually have a lot of faith in Treyarch in this game. I feel like they experimented and they went out of the box with Black Ops 4 and it failed, and I feel like now it's going to be something that they're going to be going back to the basics while implementing new systems at the same time. So because of all of that, I feel like if they can hit at least a few of these things on my list, I feel like this next game could be one of the best zombies games we've seen in a few years. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions on what I would like to see in the next Call of Duty. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below on what your thoughts and what you would like to see implemented in the next Call of Duty game for zombies. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing for other Call of Duty zombie needs, and also to the returning viewers, thank you so much for all the continued support. I'm the Canadian Zombie, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Peace out, take care, and I will see you in the next one.